Tea or coffee? The next part of the physical element of the Purple Monster PIE model tackles the tricky subject of refreshments. Now, we know this may seem obvious, but for something that initially seems so trivial, it really can be one of the most important parts of any event. It's true when we say that a bad lunch or a lack of hot drinks can make or break an event. We can guarantee that every post-event survey ever conducted will have at least a couple of references to the quality of refreshments provided, especially if they're bad. The content and agenda might be groundbreaking, it might be critical to the success of the company, it might be the most exciting conference ever planned, but if your sandwiches are limp and disappointing, that will be what people remember. First things first, arrival drinks. We all know the conference expectation. Arrive, sign in, receive name badge or lanyard, get directed to tea and coffee. Especially when people have travelled or have got up early to be there, caffeinated beverages will be very popular. Keep the tea and coffee flowing and you'll get the day off to a good start. If your event begins in the morning, make sure you provide some sort of breakfast too. Whether you go for a selection of croissants and pastries or opt for a bacon sandwich type affair, make sure there's enough for everyone. And don't forget vegetarian options. Rumbling stomachs during the morning's activities is likely to result in wavering levels of concentration and participation, so don't leave people hungry. Lunch too is critical. Buffets tend to work well, whether hot or cold, with a variety of options for different requirements and tastes. Check all dietary requirements in advance so the venue can cater for them, or you won't be very popular. Make sure you leave enough time for people to get and eat their food. Large events cause large lunch queues, as well as factoring in the travel time to and from the place to eat. Throughout the day, make sure your agenda is set up to accommodate breaks every so often. Not only will people need comfort breaks, but a top-up of tea is bound to go down well. And some of the best digestion of the event's content comes from attendees reflecting on sessions over a brew. Sweet treats halfway through the afternoon are a good pick-me-up for when concentration levels are starting to drop in the post-lunch slump. If you're organising an evening meal, again, try to cater for everyone. Evening events often come with the promise of drinks, so be careful when you work out what is covered by your costs and what is not. Arrival drinks and a free bar can sometimes break the bank, especially if your attendees favour champagne and 50-year-old scotch. So, here's our key points to keep in mind. 1. Caffeine is your friend. Keep the tea and coffee flowing and give people the chance for a break at strategic points in the day. Number 2, don't forget breakfast. Number 3, keep food options varied and make sure you find out any dietary requirements in advance. And finally, number 4, if you're holding an evening event, make sure you're clear on what is and what isn't covered on the bar tab.